Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Velvet Lounge Life, one meal a day modified. Yes, there's a collaboration here. So, today's topic is eating out. And what are some of the best restaurants to eat out at if you are really trying to have a healthier diet for life? So, we're not talking temporarily here, not talking about trying to lose 20 pounds to get into this outfit for this one event, but this is a lifetime change. So, over your lifetime, you are going to eat out. Come on, eating out is one of our pastimes as far as especially Americans and Europeans. So what I find is some of the best restaurants, for me anyway, to eat out at are authentic Thai, Japanese, Vietnamese, and some Chinese restaurants. The reason I say some Chinese restaurants is a lot of them are Americanized. They have adjusted their recipes to fit our high fat, high salt, make it quick, get it out in, I would say 13 minutes type menus. But there are some authentic Japanese restaurants Chinese restaurants where Chinese people eat, and that's what I was going to allude to as well. The best restaurants, as far as I'm concerned, are those that have, if you're going to a Thai restaurant and there are no Thai people in there, there should be a lot of them. There should be Japanese people in the Japanese restaurant, Chinese people in the Chinese restaurant, etc. That lets you know that the food is more authentic or absolutely authentic, and that's the food that they would feed their families. That's the food that they would eat. If you think about it, if you go to a Chinese takeaway, for example, as they call it in the UK, or a Chinese takeout restaurant, you don't see any Chinese people in there unless they're they own the restaurant, they're cooking, doing whatever it is, the management of the restaurant. You'll see yourself and a bunch of other Americans or Europeans waiting for their food. So that's just something to be aware of. Also, because the authentic restaurants make the recipes pretty much of what they would eat if they were at home, they're, very accommodating if you, tell them no salt or no sodium. They're not as accommodating if you tell them no oil. They don't use a lot of oil in the authentic recipes. So if, a little bit of oil is needed in the wok, that's what's needed in the wok. So, that's another thing to be aware of. But the reason I'm talking about this today is one of the things that I do is we actually do some of our shopping at a Asian market. As you know, we've done videos on that. I'll attach one to this particular video for you to check out. And so what I do, this sounds really creepy, but I'll follow folks around, the Asian folks, to see what they're buying. And many times I will try out an item by buying what they bought. If I get home, try it out, don't like it, I won't buy it again. But so far, I've only found maybe 2 things that I really didn't like, and it's just because the flavor was so strong. And I'm sure that, obviously, if you've been eating certain foods all of your life, you acquire a certain taste for that. Your taste buds are used to it, and or it's so authentic to your region of the world that, it's just something that you eat. But what I did today is I made my version of a noodle bowl, a seafood noodle bowl. And this one I actually use ramen noodle in it that I got from the Asian market, which is different than that stuff that you buy at the American grocery stores and big box stores. And I added to this a lot. Well, I think it's a lot. As you can see, there is shrimp. There are medallion-sized scallops. I had some leftover asparagus, so I put that in there. And I actually did cook the asparagus until it was pretty well done because it's not stringy, it's not slimy, but I want to make sure that I can, like, you know, eat it with my noodles. I actually also added some fresh basil that I grew myself. It didn't grow very tall, but it was from a cutting, and I was just so happy. I was like, yes, you're going in there. I also added some orange bell pepper, onion, and a bunch of spices, of course. I do like experimenting by, as you guys know, by creating my own spice blends. So I had some dill seed, fennel seed, and caraway seed. And what I did is I put it into my spice grinder, which is also a coffee grinder, and created a little, you know, trifecta there, if you will, of ground seed. And it is so good. So you have to try different things when you're at home with your spices. I'm also going to add some of my favorite black roasted sesame seed, but I also have some pistachio nut meats that I purchased. And what I do is I just sort of, you know, sprinkle some of that on there. It adds some extra protein, some healthy oils for you, which are healthy fats, of course. And add about, you know, 2 tablespoons of that. I keep, like, here I ground up enough. So I have some I can put into a little container for salads, soups, rices, etc. Like you can actually use this if you're going to, like, let's say make a roast. You can, you know, encrust your roast fish, whatever it is, in this particular blend of nuts, and it is so good. And this is what it is. I got these from Trader Joe's. These are already, as you can see, salted. So you don't have to roast them, you don't have to salt them. And also, if you use it, use less salt in your dish overall. I did add a little bit of soy sauce to this, some garlic, and pretty much that was it. And then I am having, and yes, these came from a container. I'm having some peaches because I was so in the mood. And my big dessert item, Noosa yogurt, and I think I will eat this whole container. So, and just to let you see how large this bowl is, because some people are like, wow, it doesn't seem as if you're eating enough. This bowl is pretty large. If I put my hand over the bowl, it doesn't even cover the entire bowl. This is a large, large bowl. Believe me, I am eating enough. And this is a cereal size bowl of peaches. And of course, this is a full size of Noosa. So this is what I'm having today. So remember that when you eat out, you don't have to, like, sit there and have to sip on water or tea or have just a little salad. You can actually have a meal. But then when you come home, you know, think about how you can modify that for your home meals. This is probably one of my favorite home meals right here, and I actually sort of got the recipe. Oh, and the white in here, I forgot to tell you, in yellow, that's a boiled egg. Usually they use like a partially cooked egg with a runny center, and the white isn't completely cooked. I don't like that. I actually hard boiled an egg, cut it up, and put it in the center. But so what I did, as you can tell, is I made modifications to my meal so that it is healthy, but it's something I like a lot. And like I said, this is more than enough for my calories for the day. And remember that your health is wealth. Give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave any of your best recipes that are super quick down below. Let me know if you'll try this one. Try a version of this. Take care. Have a good day.